So as we end this meeting, votes are being tallied here in the city and around the state to determine the direction of what local government, school boards, and judicial benches look like moving forward. This includes 4 aldermanic seats here in the city, school referendums, and the state Supreme Court. Our form of government is not a democracy. It is a representative republic, constrained and defined by the Constitution. That is not remembered and not learned as often as it should. And as elected officials here, we need to remember that. And those who are elected moving forward need to remember that, in that we do not hold the power within the seat. That remains with the people. If you remember how you're supposed to serve, you will serve well. And as an alderman for District 2, I have tried to do that for not just the citizens in District 2, but for the city. And anybody that knows me knows I have not been gifted with the ability to speak from the heart and passion without having some pauses in there. So it's because it matters a lot. We serve not for just today, but truly for generations to come. Think about what we've done over the last year, let alone 6 years, and how it's formed the community for us to live in today, our kids to grow up in, and our grandkids. That is the power of the position of the vote and the service, whether you're elected or staff. So I leave this seat freely for the next citizen to represent the people of our community, and as a part of the whole. The decisions made here will continue to form the community that we want to create to keep our kids here, to watch us grow old, hopefully take care of us as we grow old, and to represent the next generation of citizen leadership that we are in desperate need of, not just locally, not just within the state, but nationally. We are the bright, shining city on the hill. We truly are. And Oconomowoc is a great representation of that. I have taken great pride in that. I grew up in West Dallas, but this is my home. I got a tickle. Because again, you don't call home to someplace lightly. Anybody who gets moved around a lot, you got a bed and a room, but where home is where you feel safe, where you create a family, and you create memories. And I'm proud to have been part of creating some of those memories that Alderman Ellis and other aldermen have mentioned, like the skate park, the splash pad coming up, advocating and working with Bob Duffy on the Oz Plaza figurines, and Karen, seeing that to continue to grow. Not everybody likes what is done, but not everybody has to like what is done, because It is part of a bigger picture. And we have forgotten how to deal with that as individuals on a bigger scale. The comment that was made in citizen remarks, and to you, Alderman Ellis, I have no problem with an elected official advocating for a project or a position. I do have a problem, and I mentioned it at the time when an elected official takes a step across the line. If you wouldn't have had the shovel, it would have had just as much impact. There were steps being made, and it is our job as citizens and elected officials to work within the process to get those things done, and that was on the way to being done. And I hope elected officials, both here locally, across the state, and across the country, remember that. We are in a very uneven, unbalanced time in our history. I don't think anybody will disagree with that. I think there is a craving and a desire to find that again, not just for today, but for our generations to come and our kids. That is why I serve as an elected. That's why I will continue to be involved in our community, is because of my family and yours. So I return to what I consider the highest office in the land, and I've said this a lot. It is not alderman, with all due respect. It is not mayor, and it is not president. It is citizen. Hopefully, we remember that collectively. We take the responsibility and the accountability as a citizen, and today is a great example of that, as you should have been casting your vote for what your elected officials will look like starting tomorrow. Have high hopes and high expectations of them and hold them to that by loaning the authority and not giving it away. It is yours. You're the sovereign citizen. And my family was here when I was sworn in, and they're here as I leave. Could you stand up? Ha. That's what I serve for. So with that, I've taken up enough of your time. You don't have to worry about me taking up any more of your time in meetings to follow. And it is after 8 o'clock, which means the tallies are being calculated, and we will know, hopefully sometime tonight, what the future holds for these seats. God bless you all.
Thank you, Lou.